Hey everybody, my name's Jeff E. Reed.
And I'm Keddy, the Kedman Blumenthal.
And you're watching Unity Game.
So we usually do a B-roll film here and tell a story about how we wrote a song that the video's about. But tonight, we're just going to tell you the story. So in 1992, I moved here to Roseburg, Oregon from Washington State. In 96, I found myself working at a music store.
I had a band called Facing the Crowd, and we were doing a show that night, and we wanted to rent a smoke machine, so I found myself at the local music store.
And finally, at some point, I was introduced to Jeff and one of our bandmates, Jeremy Plumley.
What actually happened that night was our drummer, he told us that night that this was his last show. He was not going to play with us anymore. He wanted to play heavy Metallica style of music, and we didn't want to do that. So we basically had to talk him to stay in and do that one last show.
And so I was looking for a band. I was thinking about starting a band as a drummer, and it just so happened that they came in and were going to be in need of a drummer in the near future. I auditioned for the band, played through all these songs, and I said, well, let me know what you guys think. I'm interested if you are. And they collectively looked at each other and said, well, I don't know what you guys think, but I think he's in. And that's how I joined the band Facing the Crowd.
I had lots of drummers before, and he took Facing the Crowd to another level, and the rest is history.
I ended up using my connections at the music store. But right off the bat, we started getting gigs. And I remember the big nightlight shows. We were, I think, about the fifth band to play at that series of concerts. Being so new to having a band, it was a natural progression of this morphing. And it was awesome because Jeff wrote all the songs at the time, and he's such a great songwriter. It just got, I think, a little more technical. Is a good way to say it. And it was really cool. We had some great shows. And that first show, I remember 451 people were there. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember what it was like after we got done playing?
Oh man, it was crazy. And I remember running off the stage after we were done, going in the back, and just screaming, just screaming in excitement because it was so cool. I thought that we had arrived.
Yeah, I remember it was hot out, but it was so cool in that shop, and we were just drenched. We were so hot and sweaty. And we went in there, all four of us. We were just like, whoa! We were just freaking out because we played so well. I don't think we made a mistake.
No.
And we just had it down because we knew this is what we wanted to do. And the best part of it was our convictions for this music to be a ministry for us came true that night.
Yeah.
And that was what we were shooting for. So that was just spectacular moment. One of my all-time favorite gigs we ever did was our very first gig.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You know what was really cool is the band, the house band, would open the show. And if they had a band that they didn't feel like could close the show, they would come back out and close the show as well. And they'd never heard us before, so they were a little nervous about it. So they set it up where we did our show, and then they came out and closed. But anyway, as the leader of their band passed by me, he kind of apologized for doubting us, and he said, "I'm sorry, Jeff, I had no idea that you guys were this good." And I remember that just made my whole day.
Yeah, and I remember what he said when he got back on the microphone as we were passing. And he walked up to the microphone and he said, "Man, those guys were really good. We're gonna have to have them back again."
Yeah.
And we went back and played probably 4 or 5 more times in that venue.
Yep, that
and
was fun.
It was excellent. It was so good. So we keep talking about the other guys, and I want to show you. This is us getting back together. Nigel, which camera do I use? This one over here? Okay. This was us getting back together a year ago, and it was the first time all four of us were together in 15 years, maybe 14 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and so you can see me on the end there, and then next to me is our bass player Steve Danielle. He's the one that left to join the Navy, and then Jeff there in the red shirt, and then our good buddy Jeremy Plumley, who we still are in close contact with here in Roseburg, on the other end. And we got together a year ago. We had different ideas. This YouTube channel came about because of this meeting that night 1 year ago. We were gonna re-record a lot of our songs, write new songs, and record some of our songs that never got recorded. The struggle is our bass player, Steve, is in the Navy still. And so we kind of shifted gears and decided to do a YouTube channel, and it just really is kind of neat because we're still able to do this facing the crowd stuff on this channel. And so that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
So we told you this story tonight because this is a special segment. So we're going to take an old song that we recorded back in the glory days, and we're going to remix them and re-release them so you guys can hear them. And tonight's episode is about a song called Hyoomaluzion Revival. So we're going to break away now to Gideon Productions and go into the studio and show you exactly why this song is so cool in a segment we like to call Why It's Cool.
You like that?
I do.
You like me saying that with you? That was nice. I liked it.
I like it.
So this is why this song is so cool. We recorded this song 15, 18, 20 years ago, and until today, we've purposely not listened to these tracks. And we're gonna hear them for us tonight for the first time in all of those years with you as you hear them for the very first time. And that's why this is cool. And this is Hyoomaluzion Unplugged, which later was called Hyoomaluzion Revival.
All right, let's get into it.
Oh yeah,
I remember this.
the warm-up orchestra.
I believe that's doubled too, if I remember right. Yep. Those are 2 tracks right there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the drums.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Oh, I did a rim shot. I forgot about that. Hear my guiro in there.
It's hard to believe that these tracks sound this good, considering the mics and stuff that we had back then.
Well, not only that, this was 16-bit.
Oh yeah, 16-bit. It wasn't even 24-bit. It's crazy.
Listen to the groove of that. That is really cool.
I'm gonna solo this bass line by Steve Danielle.
Oh, I miss Steve.
It is so fantastic. If I can find it here. Here it is.
You know what I remember about Steve? I remember he had that Washburn bass, and then he ended up getting a Dean bass, and we saw him just grow
Oh yeah.
in his ability. And then he went and
Amazing.
bought a Warwick Thumb, and I'm like, why would you? That Dean is great. Why would you? And I had no idea what a Warwick Thumb was. He
Yeah.
liked it because the bass player at POD played one.
Right.
And so when he got that Warwick Thumb, game over. He was just all in, and we just watched his ability skyrocket. And it was interesting because just 5 years earlier, the only thing he owned was a guitar cable. He borrowed your old bass.
Yeah.
And so we really watched Steve grow, and it was so exciting. And the band just elevated, got tighter and tighter and tighter, and he just became such a great bass player. I miss him, man. He just doesn't live here. He's not passed away or anything.
Yeah. It's just great. Nice harmonies.
Yeah. We sound so young.
Just a couple of kids. 20 years, man. Close to it, anyways.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, not bad. We recorded this. No, we recorded this in your studio, Stump Up Your Records.
Yeah.
You've learned so many more chords since then.
Yeah.
I love that octave thing going on. Yeah, that's really neat. That added a lot to that track.
Comparatively, you know, this song is a lot more simple than some of our newer stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't miss anything.
It's still a big sounding song though.
Yeah, it is.
Everything fades except vocals. And then your guitar comes back in. Everything faded and then the guitar comes back in.
Tremolo on there. Fantastic.
That is so good. And that is why it's cool. Back to Keddy and Jeff on the couch. So that was awesome. That was really neat.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful trip down memory lane.
Fantastic.
Haven't heard those tracks in so many years. That was really cool.
You know, remember that song was the title track of our very first album.
Hyoomaluzion.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, we'll probably have to dig that one up and re-release that one too.
Probably.
So this is kind of a rewrite of an earlier song that we did on our very first album called Hyoomaluzion, which is the words human and illusion kind of shoved together, and it turned out great.
It did. I loved how groovy the drum section sounded when you soloed that. I hadn't heard that in so long, but to hear the drum set playing a kind of a bossa nova, and then the shakers and everything, the guiro sounds so good. You know,
Yeah.
it sounded so cool. The bongos in there with it, and I forgot just how groovy that pattern was.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
Yeah, and that bass line that Steve Danielle played over the top of that groove,
Oh yeah.
it's just magical.
I
It's
still
a
think,
great song.
I still think the bass line carries the whole song.
Oh, me too.
It's what makes that song cool, you know.
It is.
It is, it really is.
So coming up, we have a song which has the working title, La La Lamp.
Wait a minute, I have to explain why it's La La Lamp. It has nothing to do with the song. oftentimes Jeff will have an idea for a song, and he'll send me the file up in the cloud, and it'll just be titled La La La, and because there's no title, you know. And so there was another one you did. It was something else. It wasn't La La La. Dot dot da or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was da da da, and there was La La La. So when he sent this to me, and it's La La La, and I'm looking at it, and it says La La LAMP3. And I didn't see the 3, and I thought it said lamp. So I'm calling it La La Lamp. And I said, this is gonna stick. We're gonna call this working title La La Lamp.
It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not gonna tell you too much about it because we're gonna do a whole episode about it.
We can't. There's so much to do on it still.
I know. Yeah, we still got drums to put on it and a bunch of stuff. Background vocals,
Write some more
keyboards.
lyrics.
Anyways, it's going to be really cool, so stay tuned for that one. And it might just be called La La Lamp when we get to it at the end, so who knows?
So thank you for coming on this journey with us down memory lane. We absolutely love what we do, and it is so much fun, and it's a pleasure to bring this to you guys. So we just really want to encourage you to click the like button, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to ring that bell. If you click that bell, you'll know when we've uploaded a new video, and they're very cool. So in future episodes with our Facing the Crowd retro music episodes, we're actually going to be getting Jeremy Plumley, our former lead guitar player, in, and he'll be on an episode with us, and you'll get to meet him and sharing some conversations and discussions about the songs we did together. So anyway, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure to leave some comments and start some dialogue with me. Somebody posted the other day and started talking to me about basses, and
That was cool.
It was really fun, and I love that kind of stuff. So
Shout
yeah,
out to Daniel Phillips.
yeah. So yeah, leave us a comment, and we'll definitely respond.
So yeah, it is very important to leave a comment because we are going to randomly pick someone from the comments and send them some swag. And we're not going to tell you what it is, but it'll be cool.
All right, we'll catch you next time, and
Don't forget to push record. And we're back. You're so disgusting. We have a lot of fun doing this. This is a love that that's stupid. So thank you for coming on this music.
Almost ready.
tricks of the trade.